if I'm looking really tired right now, then that is because I am tired. And despite that, I just couldn't fall asleep because I need to express what is on my heart right now. And because of that, I'm now finding myself here late in the evening. I'm keeping my voice down because there are people sleeping. But there is someone that just has to hear what I have to say. I know that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be incapable of falling asleep and telling myself, I'll just do it tomorrow instead. Come on, just let me fall asleep because I'm so tired. But no, it has to happen now because it's here now. So, if this is for you, you will know because it will resonate. You've been fighting a battle for a very long time. And at this point, you are most likely not even sure what this battle is all about. You've just been lost in whatever thing it is that you've been doing now for the longest time. Perhaps you've been trying to assert your will and make things happen, to force an outcome to occur, to worry about things in a certain type of way, feeling like you're left out, you're left behind. Whatever it is, you have, or there could be so many different ways in which you've been battling inside of yourself, always trying to get on top of things or figure the next thing out, whatever it is. What I want to say is that at the core of all of this fighting lies something that perhaps you didn't consider. That all this time, you've been fighting to keep yourself safe, fighting to keep yourself from being vulnerable, from being connected to who it is that you really are. Afraid that if I venture into that water of feeling like I'm not good enough, feeling my shame, feeling my fear, feeling my inadequacy, feeling my anger, feeling my disgust, whatever it is, that if I am connected to that, then I'm not good enough. If I am connected to that, then something is wrong. Vulnerability, authenticity, holds no judgment. It just is what it is. And the one thing that we all kind of seek is to be vulnerable, to be authentic, and to give ourselves the permission to be that. But that becomes such a painful thing and a painful reality to try and have it while simultaneously believe that we can't. Because that is going to lead you down a path where you are seeking, trying to achieve, to prove yourself, to stack accomplishments on top of each other, try and figure something out into this perfect little thing, which is never, ever, whatever thing it is that you're looking towards right now, that thing is never going to make up for what it is that you really seek, which is just to give yourself the permission to be vulnerable with whoever it is that you are in this moment right now. Nothing can ever make up for the vulnerability that you seek deep down. Only being vulnerable, no matter how that comes across, will ever be the satisfying thing, the peaceful thing, and the eventually joyful thing that you've always been searching for. Some of us don't permit ourselves to cry. Some of us don't permit ourselves to feel angry. We don't permit ourselves to feel this or that. Unaware of the fact that we don't give ourselves this permission because we've lost touch with this aspect of ourselves. And now, or for the longest time, we've just been fighting, trying to figure things out, trying to make something happen. Unaware of that, all of these efforts, all of this trying was just an escape, or more than that, a part of us that tried to protect us from being vulnerable with what it was that we were truly feeling, because we didn't feel safe to feel it. We didn't feel safe to try to feel that guilt or whatever it is that is beneath this programming of trying to be anywhere else other than here. The good news here, my friend, is that at any given moment, you can go back into being vulnerable and find what you were always looking for. And it requires no doing. It requires no effort. It requires an absence of all of these things that you tried for so long to figure your life out with. It's so much more simple than you could ever imagine. Which is why it makes no sense to the mind, because the mind is in of its essence confusing and fighting and trying to get somewhere and figure something out and try to logically break it down, understand, see into the future or whatever it's trying to do, because in the essence of that you are protected in that striving, searching from your own vulnerability. Your vulnerability, your authenticity is the essence of who you are. And that ego protocol of trying to be something that you're not, trying to prove yourself or whatever, was never who you are. It was an aspect, a fake aspect of who you are that stepped in to protect you from this vulnerable part of you that it would seem like there was no space for it in this world. And perhaps there wasn't for a time of your life. Perhaps for a time of your life it wasn't safe to vulnerably feel your shame or your guilt or whatever it is, because there was a family or a situation, a society that made it so that it wasn't safe. But now, my friend, it's safe. And you have the choice to recognize that you've been battling a battle that could never be won, and to realize that it's safe to go into the space now, and to find that peace and clarity that you've always been searching for, that could never be found through any of the things that you try to do, but only in the presence of the true aspect and the true full picture of who it is that you are, that is waiting for you right now in this moment, to allow it to be seen again. But that comes with a choice to choose to be with and to own that vulnerability inside of you, and realize that this is your greatest gift, your greatest asset always was, even though some belief might have led you to believe otherwise. Some belief might have led you to believe that if I fight and if I suffer long enough, I will make it out on the other side, but that's a trap. What you seek has always been here and will always be here and will never leave you. In the absence, it will appear. I love you all, and thank you so much for supporting me during this journey, and for all of the kind words and all of the nice comments that you guys are giving me. I love to read them, and I try to respond to them as well. So thank you so much for everything, my friends. And I look forward to this continuation of this crazy journey that we're all on. And yeah, much love, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go back to sleep now, because I feel like now that I expressed this, I'm gonna be able to sleep. So good. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.